Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is Wednesday, hump day. We headed to Memorial Day weekend, so everybody relax, get ready to enjoy yourself with a little House of Fly again. Paper God. Let's go!
Come on. You say it's so for this money, almighty dollar in this paper you trust, cause it's feeding your lust. Oh, this money, almighty dollar will do nothing for ya, but bring you down, yeah. It will bring you down. Single girls turn to hoes out here chasing paper, and niggas that will pop your top just to come and take your pesos. Just a lick, bro, ain't money over everything. That's what they scream. Yeah, they heart is gold and their eyes are green. Greed is the thing that rules these people, and their heart and mind is full of evil. They tell me ain't no need for God in these streets, cause money will solve their problems, that's what they preach. But all I see is niggas out here slanging rocks, just to buy a pair of J's and some Nike socks. Come on. And pretty young women swinging on a pole, cause they're taught that these paper gods are free to sow. You say it's so for this money, almighty dollar in this paper you trust, cause it's feeding your lust. Oh, this money, almighty dollar will do nothing for ya, but bring you down. Oh, it will bring you down.
These niggas, they talking like this and they robbing and selling them bricks. Bitch, just to get money and shine on your wrist, so you lie to the public, you bitch. This ain't what you think, this ain't ballin' the baking soda. Nope. The generic is taking the place of this real shit, we hijack and take it over. Enough with the bullshit, the money and greed, and these people confusing. They spread the pollution, they lost in the music. Sucking some ditches to make us some moolah. She should be at home with the kids in the future. She rather hit clubs and she blind for the buck, and she do it for loot. She do it for who? She rather hit clubs and she blind for the buck, and she loving her.
Money, almighty dollar in this paper you trust, cause it's feeding your lust. Oh, this money, almighty dollar will do nothing for ya, but bring you down. Oh, it will bring you down. No, yeah. The root of all evil is the lust.
Paper God
of this money.
Paper God.
The root of all evil is the lust of this money. Oh, money. The root of all evil is the lust.
Paper God
of this money. Oh, the root of all evil is the lust. Yeah. Of this money.
God.
This is a podcast.
Is this thing on? The mic is lit. Faro Jaro.
Kick my music.
Bruh. You done lost your mind. Ain't that right, Lil Pan? Really? Wait a minute. Just a question. The Wait a Minute Show with your host, Jelani Bodie. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the show. Lopan is in the building. He'll be here in just a moment. He's still upstairs, so he's coming downstairs to the Lion's Den. He'll be here in just a moment, but for right now, it is me, your host, Jelani J.B. Bodie, in the building. So, kids, can you give it up for your old man for a second? Give it up for your old man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So, again, it's Wednesday. I said it earlier. We are getting this hump day over with, so I'm pushing you off into the weekend, and a special weekend that I'm pushing you into is Memorial Day weekend. So, I'm gonna go ahead. Lopan already said, put your addresses down in the chat, so he can go ahead, roll by your spot, get some barbecue or whatever it is, hit your party up or whatever. So, he said he gonna need some of that, going on. And I agree, because ain't nothing like free food. So put your address in the chat and we'll roll through there this weekend and eat all your food. But Lopan, he'll probably cause some trouble too, but I think he's here. Lopan, what's up? Are you in the building?
Indeed.
Lopan is in the building, so he's ready to go. And I'm ready to go, and we might as well just go ahead and get this thing started. A lot has been going on in the past few days. We had a interesting game, last night. Needless to say, the Cavs kind of gave everybody a little bit of a heart attack. Boston was in it for a little bit, but we'll get into that in just a moment. But folks are still jumping off into the chat room. So for right now, if you are there, please put your name in the chat so I can tell you what's up, make you part of the show. We got a couple people in as of right now. My man Sid Galloway is in the building. So what up, Sid? He got the LA Dodgers Avi, so Sid represent that Cali, West. And my man DJ Dollar and Cents, who is also X-Squad affiliate family member, and shouts out to Dollar and Cents. Last night, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, he made his he reappeared, and Dollar and Cents was on the Sports Done Right show last night with my man Vince Wright on Tuesdays at 7:30 or 8:30, I'm sorry, Eastern Standard Time, by 7:30 Central Time. So we are glad that he is back in the building, and glad to hear him and his comments and all that. So it's good to have you back, brother. So shouts out to DJ Dollar and Cents, But we're gonna go ahead and start with these topics that I got, because that's why you're here. You're here to hear me, talk about what's really good, what's going on, and all this stuff. So, needless to say, let's go ahead and start this thing off. So, how can I say we're gonna start with the NFL? So the NFL got some new rule changes. If you haven't heard, they were talking about that this was going to be a possible change in what they were going to do, and that was all about OT and celebrations after a touchdown. So here's my thing on it. I previously said, especially with the OT rule, I really was not looking forward, let's say, to the OT, because I felt that what it will end up doing is possibly ending in more ties, and probably nobody more than me hates a tie. I didn't watch an entire game to watch two teams end with the same score, and then at the end of the day, it's not even considered a loss to a certain degree. It's considered a win more than anything if you tie versus a loss. So I don't want to see that. I didn't want to see that. So the NFL decided, the owners decided we're going to move from 15 to 10 minutes. So I understand what they were doing with this. I think part of it is to try and limit injuries, or the possibility of injuries happening. But here's where I think the big picture comes into play. If you got 10 minutes, 5 minutes is a lot in NFL, football. So 5 minutes is a lot to drive down the field, 2, maybe 3 possessions. It depends on if you got any 3 and outs. So I think what the 10-minute rule will do is that it's going to push the agenda for these teams to actually try and go downfield or to be more aggressive to get this game over with sooner than later. So I'm looking at it as a positive at this point. I'm trying not to be a Debbie Downer or anything like that, or a negative Nancy, with the rule change and assuming that it's just going to end in ties and everything, because last year was a little bit different. We had 2 ties. That's not something that always happened, in the NFL. So I'm gonna keep it there and say that the overtime rule being changed to 10 minutes will be a good thing. So if we get 2 teams in overtime, they're going to ratchet it up and start going down the field, on this. I already said, though, before in previous episodes, is that maybe we should go with, a 7-on-7 drill or something like that, but obviously the owners ain't listening to me. They got their own things because they're making their own money, but hey, it is what it is. But so we'll see. We'll see with the overtime rules and see how it plays out. Now, what I'm really, really, really interested in is this whole celebration. They are supposed to be pulling the reins back, if you will, on celebrations as far as like flagging players for excessive celebrations. I am so excited about that. So, kids, give it up for the NFL. Getting it right. They finally got one right this time. Everyone knows that, you see someone go down the field or the big play, or you run someone over, or you make a sack or something like that, and you want to release that energy, because you did an excellent play. The play is over, but the refs were, their hands were tied. So they were throwing these flags that were definitely not necessary. And I think now we're going to see a lot more players be a little bit more creative. Of course, we don't want to see the things of, guys gyrating and all this stuff, or, disrespecting a player or anything like that. So as long as we still don't get that, I think that's good. For guys like, Ocho Cinco, a.k.a. Chad Johnson, that was, in the league, this is going to be great. This is going to be great for someone like Odell Beckham. This is going to be great for a guy like Travis Kelce, Antonio Brown. It brings a little bit more flavor, to the game, which I don't think is anything wrong, with celebrating, a touchdown. I mean, fans do it. A great play. They're excited. You get the crowd going and everything. You never know. You may gain momentum, by doing that. So I am looking forward to the celebrations that we will see that we possibly couldn't see, before. We don't need any, theater stage events or anything like that. 8, 9 people, in celebration, but this will give guys that are very creative, with their celebrations, a little bit of the rain being pulled back and entertaining us. Isn't that what we're paying for? We're paying to be entertained. So entertain us. Next up, and this goes into this whole celebration thing, is Marvin Lewis, coach of the Cincinnati Bengals. He has been on record now. Someone asked him a question, and he answered the question. They were asking him about, the whole celebration thing, and he's not a big fan of it. Here's what he said. He said, I'm not for that at all. This is talking about, the celebration. He said, we had a good standard, and the whole standard has always been, you want to teach people how to play the game the correct way and go about it the correct way. And that's not a very good example for young people. Now, here's the problem with that, is that you're the coach of the Cincinnati Bengals. So when you say things like that, we just mentioned Chad Johnson. You had someone on your team that was all about these celebrations, and I don't think you critiqued him, but it wasn't like you really scolded him. You covered up for him just a tad bit, because you're the coach. But other than that, it's kind of hard for Marvin Lewis to be talking about teaching the young players, basically the right way, when you've had situations with Vontaze